The fourth commandment is the only one tied to God's identity as Creator. Of all the 10 commandments, only one reveals who God is. Only one declares his divine authority. Only one points directly to his role as Creator of heaven and earth. And that commandment, the one the world dares to forget, is the fourth. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. That is not a casual instruction. It is a signature, the seal of the living God, the very foundation of his authority to command worship, to define morality, and to judge the world. Yet this is the one commandment most have erased, and by doing so, they have erased the very identity of the one who gave it. Every king has a seal. Every law must bear the name, title, and territory of the lawgiver. The fourth commandment is the only one that contains all three. Name, the Lord thy God. Title, Creator. Territory, heaven, earth, sea, and all within. Remove this commandment, and you remove the authority behind the entire law. Now let's confront the deception. Pastors preach Jesus is Lord while holding Sunday services rooted in Roman tradition. Imams declare Allah as Creator, but ignore the Sabbath, which testifies of the true Creator. Priests elevate catechisms over commandments, and skeptics mock God, blind to the evidence etched in the very command they've discarded. But Isaiah 45:18 says, "For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, I am the Lord, and there is none else." Exodus 20:11 echoes the same truth. The Sabbath is not Jewish. It's not legalistic. It's not temporary. It is God's reminder to the world that he alone is Creator, and there is no other. The irony? The very ones who claim to worship the Creator break the only commandment that identifies him as such. This is not a side issue. Revelation 14:7 commands the world to worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. That language comes directly from the fourth commandment. In the final crisis, true worship is tied to creation, and creation is tied to the Sabbath. You cannot separate God as Creator from God as lawgiver. And you cannot claim to honor the Creator while rejecting the Sabbath, the very sign he gave to prove his authority. So the question is clear. Whom do you really worship? Is it the God who created the world in 6 days and rested the 7th? Or is it a counterfeit God defined by convenience, tradition, and man-made doctrines? Let's be honest, Sunday worship didn't come from Jesus. It came from the papacy. Canon law admits it. Church history confirms it. And modern Christianity defends it, not with scripture, but with sentiment. Yet no prophet, no apostle, no verse ever gave man the right to change God's holy day. Jesus didn't change it. Paul didn't change it. God didn't change it. The change came from men who sought to exalt themselves above the Most High. And if you follow that change, you're not worshipping the Creator. You're worshipping a man-made image of God. The fourth commandment is the divine fingerprint of creation. It's the evidence of ownership. It's the mark of divine authority. To reject it is to reject the one who made you. So pastors, imams, priests, and skeptics, hear this truth. The Sabbath is not optional. It is not symbolic. It is the one commandment that anchors the law to the Creator himself. Break it, and you deny his identity. Keep it, and you declare to the world, I know who my God is. In a world drowning in deception, the Sabbath remains the beacon of truth, the one commandment tied to God's identity as Creator. And in the end, it will separate those who follow tradition from those who follow the Lamb.